Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to our weekly Bhagavad Gita class. Let's start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakayam Chakshuranmelitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Naminim Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhuvya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurattishe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupashvarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhaktashaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priyam Nilachala Nivashaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Namaham Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are discussing the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is the universal form. So it's continuing from chapter 10. Chapter 10, we have seen the opulences of the Absolute. So what we discussed in chapter 10, so Krishna described different opulences. So Arjuna wanted to know about Krishna's opulences. In the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna's preliminary question was that whether to fight or not fight. Therefore, Arjuna gave several logics, and the Supreme Lord refuted them, introduced several yoga systems like Sankhya Yoga, Niskam Karma Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, enumerated different yogic processes. At the end of the 6th chapter, the Supreme Lord told that out of all these different yogic methods, yogic paths, Bhakti Yoga is the most suitable and the best path. Okay. Yoginam api sarvesham madgate anantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate jomam same yukta tamo mata. So the Bhakti Yogi is most intimately connected with me, and that is also practical for Kali Yuga. Like there are other processes like Ashtanga Yoga, which is not possible to implement. The complexity is so much that it is beyond the capability of a Kali Yuga person. And the Jnana Yoga, the Supreme Lord is not recommending Jnana Yoga because it takes you to Brahma Jyoti, the impersonal feature of the Supreme Lord. And in the 12th chapter, the Supreme Lord will say that Klesho adhikatarastesham abhyakta ashakta chetasham abhyakta hi gatir dukkham dehabad viravapyate. So Jnana Yoga is not recommended. It brings more sufferings. Ashtanga Yoga you cannot perform. Bhakti Yoga is the topmost. And Karma Yoga, the Supreme Lord also prescribes Karma Yoga. Why? Karma Yoga is a precursor of Bhakti Yoga. You cannot become a pure devotee suddenly. First, you have to work for Krishna. Then your work will be purified. By doing that Niskam Karma, you can become Bhakti Yogi. So this is the overview of the first 6 chapters. Then from chapter 7 onwards, the Supreme Lord started speaking elaborately about Bhakti Yoga. So 7th chapter, Krishna spoke about different energies and the difference between soul and the non-living entities, consciousness, and the objects which are not conscious. And everything is energy of Krishna, whether it is living or non-living. And Krishna also described few of his opulences in chapter 7. Then chapter 8 is Akshar Brahma Yoga. So there is spiritual world. The concept of spiritual world is coming. in chapter 8. We are here in the material world, and the Supreme Lord is there in the spiritual world. And the living entities in the spiritual world, they are transcendental. They have spiritual body. We have material body. The Atma, soul inside our body, is spiritual, Satchidananda, but the body is not spiritual. So the spiritual and material and spiritual world, material world, and how to leave this world at the time of our death, what should be our consciousness. If we are thinking about Krishna or anything Krishna conscious, we can get liberated and we will go back to the abode of the Supreme Lord. If at the time of death, something else is coming to our mind, then that will decide our next destination. So these are the discussions we had in chapter 8. Chapter 9, we have seen Bhakti Yoga more elaborately. Rajguhya Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the most confidential knowledge. So here also Krishna speaks about different things, like why demigod worship should be avoided, and why one should surrender unto Krishna, and how the pure devotees behave. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakriti mashrita bhajanti ananya manaso yatva bhutadim avyayam. So how the Mahatmas, they practice devotional service and Bhakti Yoga in much more detail. At the end of chapter 9, Krishna is telling, so in essence, what is Bhakti Yoga? So if someone is convinced that, okay, Krishna is telling again and again, Bhakti Yoga is the supreme. So now tell me what to do. I am convinced that Bhakti Yoga is topmost. Now what to do? 4 things Krishna says. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evaishyasi yuktaivam atmanam matparayanam. So manmana, always think of Krishna in the form of chanting Hare Krishna. Bhava mad bhakto, become my devotee, behave like my devotee, always speak Krishna Katha. Do all your activities as an offering to Krishna. That is the meaning of Bhava Mad Bhakto, become my devotee. Mad Jaji, worship me. We should daily worship the deity form of the Supreme Lord. After bathing, we should offer at least incenses, ghee lamp, and some flowers. This is basic minimum spirituality we should do. Chanting, behaving like a devotee, hearing and reading about Krishna, and worshipping the deity form of Krishna, offering bhoga. Whatever we are eating, we should offer it to Krishna first. Otherwise, it is impure. And if we eat, our karmic reactions will increase. We cannot be happy. If we are not taking sanctified food, if our body is made of those sinful activities, then we cannot become happy. Food is a very important element. So, Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru, always offer obeisances unto Krishna. Pray to Krishna and offer Dandavat Pranam to Krishna. So these are the 4 things we should do. And that is the Bhakti Yoga in essence. That means you are surrendering unto Krishna. If you are doing all these 4 things, that means you have accepted Krishna as the supreme and you are taking his shelter. You want to take his guidance. Okay. So that is Bhakti Yoga in detail. Now in chapter 10, Arjuna wanted to know, okay, so from chapter 9, I remember that you told, Krishna is telling that always think of me. Manmana bhava madbhakto. So Arjuna is telling, how can I do that? If I know about you sufficiently, then I can always remember you. So can you give me more knowledge about you? Can you, O Krishna, can you tell me more about your vibhutis or opulences? Can you tell me how you pervade this entire universe? So that whenever I see something of this universe, I can remember you. I can connect back to you. Then Krishna elaborately explained different things, which shows that Krishna is all pervading. Krishna said, all the beautiful things, all the wonderful things you are seeing in this world is a manifestation of my energy. Like the Himalaya is the best among the Sthavaras. So that is my manifestation. Among the Adityas, Vishnu is topmost. That is Krishna's manifestation. Among the demigods, Indra is the leader. So Indra is also deriving his power from Krishna. So anything wonderful, somebody is very intelligent. He is deriving his intelligence from Krishna. So whenever we see something wonderful in this world, we should remember that this person is wonderful or this object is wonderful because it is deriving its energy from Krishna. Krishna is the source of its intelligence. Krishna is the source of its beauty. Originally, Krishna possesses all the 6 opulences. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya jasasya shriya jnana vairagya yaschaiva shannam bhaga iti ganam. So there are 6 opulences which Krishna has in completeness: Aishwarya, wealth; Virya, strength; Yasha, fame; Shri, beauty; and knowledge, Gyan; and renunciation, Vairagya. These are the 6 opulences of Krishna, the Supreme Lord. And some minute fragment of these opulences we can see in some people of this material world or some object of this material world. And that becomes very attractive to us. A minute fragment of Krishna's opulences can attract us. So just think, if Krishna is personally present in front of us, then how much we will get attracted. So we are always attracted to Krishna, whether we know or we do not know. In this world, we are always finding a perfect person. Everyone is finding. Nowadays, we see so many relationship problems that somebody is choosing their partner. And after some time, they complain that my partner is not having the qualities I expected. So always that expectation is there. I am finding for a perfect person who will behave with me perfectly. So knowingly or unknowingly, we are finding Krishna. Krishna is that person. When we were in that spiritual world, Krishna used to behave with us in the perfect way. And we are used to that. But when we come to this material world, we forget about Krishna. We do not remember Krishna anymore. But the soul has the impression that there used to be somebody who used to deal with me perfectly, very lovingly, in a very affectionate way. And in this world, I am not finding any such person. So therefore, we keep searching, but we do not know whom we are searching for. No mere mortal of this material world will be perfect. If we stay for 2 days, we will see the faults. So Krishna is only the perfect personality. And we all are attracted to Krishna, whether we accept it or not. But when we consciously put effort to connect back to Krishna, we get the happiness, because Krishna is Raso Vaisha. He is the reservoir of all pleasure. When we connect with him, we also get pleasure. In this material world, there is no pleasure. There is only illusion that in this material world, if you do hard work, you will get happiness. No, that's not the case. It's an illusion. Whatever hard work you do from this material world, you cannot derive happiness. Happiness is only present in Krishna. So we should only endeavor up to a certain extent. We should not over endeavor. Therefore, the Shastras say, Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyamcha shadbir bhaktir binashyati. We should not do over endeavor. We should not unnecessarily pack too many things into our life so that we do not have any time for Krishna. Then all our endeavors are futile. We will not be happy. We should mold our life in such a way that we have sufficient time for Krishna. Then we will experience happiness. Otherwise, whatever hard work we do, 22 hours of hard work will also not give us pleasure. Because that's not the way how the universe works. The universal secrets are present in Gita. And if we read Gita, we know that happiness lies in serving Krishna, not in doing hard work in this material world. So, okay, now in chapter 10, Krishna explained different opulences or vibhutis to Arjuna. So, Krishna gave knowledge about himself to Arjuna, how Krishna is all pervading, how Krishna is pervading this entire universe. Now, Arjuna is completely convinced. Arjuna says, Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Madi Devamajam Vibhum Ahustvam Rishaya Sarve Devarshir Naradastatha Ashito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Bravishime. So Arjuna says, I accept Krishna. You are the Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavam. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are the purest of pure. And all the sages are telling this, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I have read in the Sastras that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now you, Krishna, yourself, standing in front of me, confirming that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So I have no doubt that you are the Supreme Lord, and I should follow your instructions. But in chapter 11, Arjuna wanted to see the universal form of Krishna. Whatever knowledge Arjuna got theoretically in chapter 10, Arjuna wanted to see that practically. Why? Is Arjuna not convinced yet? The answer is no. Arjuna is already convinced. Arjuna has no doubt about Krishna's supremacy. But Arjuna is asking Krishna to display the universal form or the Vishwarup or the Virat Rup so that people they can accept Krishna as the Supreme Lord very easily, so that they do not have any doubt. For the future generations to come, everyone will remember this conversation between Arjuna and Krishna will be recorded in the pages of Bhagavad Gita, and everyone will know that Krishna displayed this Vishwarupa, and therefore no ordinary people can do that. In Kali Yuga, Arjuna knew that Kali Yuga is coming, and many uh, like cheaters will come and they will claim themselves as God. We see somewhere in Facebook or every other day, someone claims that I am Kalki Avatar. So this is the age of Kali. Everyone is trying to cheat others. So therefore, being an incarnation of the Supreme Lord is not something that you can manufacture God, but the Supreme Lord incarnates. He appears from the spiritual world. So we cannot accept anyone and everyone as the Supreme Lord. So this is one of the tests. Krishna showed Vishwarup, therefore we accept Krishna as the Supreme Lord. Not an ordinary person can display the Vishwarup. And what is the Vishwarup? The entire space and time in one place. Past, present, future you can see in that Vishwarup. And the entire 14 planetary system, earthly planetary system, that is Bhuloka, Bhubarloka, Swarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, Atal, Vital, Shutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, Patal, the lower planetary systems, middle planetary systems, upper planetary systems, past, present, future of all living entities in this entire material creation, we can see. All the different demigods we can see in that form. All the different Vishnu Murtis we can see in that form. And also all the devouring faces of Kala Rupa is also there in that form. This is the form. You can see Arjuna is standing with folded hands and Krishna is displaying this form. All the devatas, Brahma, Shiva are also present in the Vishwarupa. So all different demigods, entire space and time Arjuna is able to see. So Krishna upgraded the eyes of Arjuna to see the Vishwarupa, because this is not a normal vision. In our normal eye, we cannot see past, present, future in the same time. We cannot see entire universe in one place. We need special high dimensional eyes to see that. That is called Dibya Chakshu. And Krishna gave that to Arjuna. And therefore, Arjuna is able to see this universal form. So Arjuna's intention was, I want to establish Krishna's supremacy for the upcoming generations. So now, after seeing this universal form and describing, we already discussed that in the previous class. Now Arjuna is not able to tolerate the universal form because it is gigantic and it is very ferocious form, and it is also radiant, like 1,000 suns appearing together in the sky. So Arjuna is not able to tolerate the radiance coming from the universal form and the different ghastly forms, the Kala Rupa, especially. Arjuna is timid after seeing this Kala Rupa, the devouring faces of Kal. And the Kala Rupa, in the form of the Kala Rupa, it is engulfing all the different soldiers of Kaurava army and Pandava army. By seeing that scene, Arjuna is afraid, and Arjuna is requesting the Supreme Lord that, oh Krishna, can you please come back to your original form? I cannot tolerate this anymore. I wanted to see, I have seen, and it's enough. Please come back to your original form. So then, that's the next section we will discuss today. Arjuna's prayers from 32 to 46. Okay, so the previous section ends with a question. When Arjuna saw this Kala Rupa, this ghastly form of Virat Rup, where that Kala Rupa is devouring all the different soldiers of Pandava and Kaurava army. Then Arjuna asked Krishna, oh Krishna, I don't know who are you. I thought you are my friend, but I am seeing something else. I didn't know you were so great. So please tell me, who are you? I think I could not understand your glory. I misunderstood you. So please explain me, who are you? So now Krishna will answer that question. Arjuna is asking Krishna, who are you? After seeing the Vishwarup. And this is the answer of Bhagavan. Shri Bhagavan Uvacham Kaloshmi Loka Kshayakrit Pravidho Lokan Shamahartumiha Pravrittam Ritepi Tvam Na Bhavishyanti Sarve Ye Vastita Pratyanikeshu Yodham. The Supreme Personality of God had said, time I am time. Krishna is time. Or we can say time is Krishna's energy. The great destroyer of the worlds. I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all soldiers here on the both sides will be slain. So this is the fate. All the soldiers of the Kaurava army and Pandava army will be destroyed, and only the Pandavas will be there. So the Kaurava army, they are getting destroyed because they are sinful, and the Supreme Lord comes here for Dushta Daman, Vinashaya cha Duskritam, Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. So to kill the miscreants, the Supreme Lord appeared. So the Kaurava army will be killed. Now, why the soldiers who joined Pandavas, they are also getting killed? Why? Because the Supreme Lord is awarding them liberation, because they joined the side of Dharma, and they are helping the Supreme Lord in establishing Dharma, in destroying irreligion. So they will be killed in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and Kurukshetra is a very holy place, and they will be promoted to higher planets, or some of them will get liberation. And why the Pandavas are living? They are not getting killed because they are part of the Supreme Lord's pastime. After this Mahabharata war, Yudhishthir Maharaj will be coronated, and Yudhishthir Maharaj will rule. And then in future, Parikshit Maharaj will come. Parikshit will be coronated. So some more pastimes are left. Okay. Bhishma Dev will offer prayers. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we get all the details. Post Mahabharata, what happened. So therefore, Pandavas will leave because there is some more pastime left. Pandavas are eternal associates of the Supreme Lord, and they will be there with the Supreme Lord till the end of the Leela. So Krishna told that I am time. I have come here to destroy everyone as a destroyer. So that is, so Krishna has different manifestations. So the pure devotees, they see Krishna as Satchidananda form, in the Satchidananda Muralidhar, playing flute. But the people who do not believe in Shastras, or who do not believe in God, and they lead their life without any scriptural regulations, they will also see Krishna at the end of their life. But they will see Krishna as Kal, as destroyer, as Mrityu. And the devotees will see Krishna in Shyam Sundar Muralidhar form. So Krishna has all the forms ready. Whatever path you take, you will see that form. If you are doing sinful activities after sinful activities, then you will see Krishna as Kal. If you are doing devotional service, you will see Krishna as Shyam Sundar. Or if you want Krishna to be seen as Narasimhadev, he will appear as Narasimhadev. If you worship him as Ramachandra, at the end of the life, he will appear as Ramachandra. Ye jathamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham. According to our disposition, Krishna will manifest his different forms. Okay, the Supreme Lord continues. Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labhashvaha jitva shatrum bhungshvarajyam samriddham mayaivaite nihita purbameva nimittamatram bhabashavyashachin. So the Supreme Lord is telling Arjuna, therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. So the Supreme Lord Krishna is telling, I have already decided that these Kaurava armies and Pandava, some of the Pandava armies, they will be killed. So whether you fight or not, it does not matter, because I have decided they will be slain. But if you fight, you get the glory. In the pages of history, it will be recorded that Arjuna helped Krishna to establish religion, and Arjuna will be glorified. If you do not fight, Arjuna will be blasphemed. Okay, that Arjuna was a coward. He flew away from the battlefield, which is against the Kshatriya dharma. One of the characteristics of Kshatriya is Yudre Chapi Apalayanam. In the characteristics of Kshatriya, Bhagavad Gita says, Shaurya teja dhritir daksham yuddhe chapi apalayanam danam ishvara bhavascha kshatra karma svabhavajam. So one of the qualities of Kshatriya is not to flee from the battlefield. So Arjuna will be blasphemed if Arjuna is not fighting. That will be violation of his Kshatriya dharma. Anyway, the soldiers will be killed because that is decided by Krishna. So if Arjuna fights, Arjuna gets the glory. Otherwise, he gets the blasphemy. So therefore, Supreme Lord is requesting Arjuna, Arjuna, become my instrument. It is my will that these soldiers will be killed. Become my instrument. Then you will be glorified. So this is a lesson for us that we should always have faith in the plan of the Supreme Lord, and we should align ourselves with the plan of the Supreme Lord. Then the Supreme Lord will use us as his instrument to fulfill his plan. Then we will be glorified. And if we align ourselves completely opposite to the plan of Krishna, we will suffer simply. So this is a teaching we get from this section. Next, the Supreme Lord continues, Dronam cha Vishwam cha Jayadratham cha Karanam tathanyan api Yoda Viran Maya hatam stam Jahima Vyathistam Yuddhashvajeta Shiranesha Patnan Drona Bhishma Jayadratha Karna. Another great warriors have already been destroyed by me. You are not able to see because time is separating, but they are already destroyed. Because it is my desire, they are already destroyed. So time will reveal that. Even if you do not fight, they will be destroyed. Therefore, kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight and you will vanquish your enemies in battle. Because Arjuna was thinking so much in the first chapter that if I kill them, what will happen? This might get wrong, this might get wrong. Arjuna gave 4 different logics. I am getting compassionate. They are our relatives. How can I kill them? If we kill them, we will incur sinful activities. If we kill them, then with whom I will enjoy? Even after the victory, I cannot enjoy. If we kill them, then their wives will be unprotected. Who will protect them? So Arjuna was making so many excuses for not fighting. Then Krishna defeated him logically in the 2nd and 3rd chapter. But in 11th chapter, Krishna is telling, see, I defeated you logically there, but let me tell you that even if you do not fight, they will be killed. You cannot do anything because it is my desire. I have to punish the miscreants. That is the purpose of my incarnation. So they will be killed. You cannot do anything. If you fight, you get the glory. If you do not fight, then you will be blasphemed. So therefore, we should align with the plan of the Supreme Lord. Then now, Sanjay is telling, because 2 conversations are going on. One is the inner loop, Krishna and Arjuna speaking Bhagavad Gita. And this is being telecasted by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. So now Sanjay is telling to Dhritarashtra, Etat shutva vachanam keshavasya kritanjalirvepamana kiritim namaskritva bhuya evaha krishnam sagadagdam bhita bhita pranamya. Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjuna was already trembling after seeing the Vishwarup, offered obeisances with folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a faltering voice as follows. So after hearing this, that Krishna is the Kal and Krishna is the destroyer of everyone, and Krishna already decided, now Arjuna is really fearful. Now Arjuna is praying to the Supreme Lord. Arjuna uvacham sthane rishikesh tava prakrityam jagat prahishyatye anurajyate cham raksham shivitani disho dravanti sharbe namashanti cha siddha sangaha. O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Just now we discussed that how Krishna is all attractive. One minute fragment of Krishna's appearance attracts us. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done due to the prowess of the Supreme Lord. So Arjuna is now well aware of the power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and how much he is in control. Kasmacha tenameran mahatman gariyashe brahmanopyadikartrem ananta devasha jagannivasha tomaksharam shadasattatparam yat. O great one, greater even than Brahma. So in Gita only, it's mentioned that the Supreme Lord Krishna's position is even greater than Brahma. Krishna is the original creator and Brahma is the secondary creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisance unto you? So all the demigods headed by Brahma, Shiva, Indra, all the demigods are offering their prayers to Krishna. O limitless one, God of gods, refuge of the universe, you are invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. So Arjuna is glorifying the position of Krishna. Tamadideva Purusha Puranas Tamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Vityashi Vedyam Cha Param Cha Dhama Payatatam Vishmamananta Rupa. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest. When no one was there, the whole material world was not created even. From that time you were there. Okay. When the material world is created, all these demigods, Brahma, Indra, Varuna, Rudra, they are manifested. But even before all of them, Krishna is present. So therefore, he is the oldest. The ultimate sanctuary of this material, of this manifested cosmic world. You are the enjoyer of everything. And you are all that is knowable. So Krishna is the ultimate goal of knowledge. All the study of the Vedas and all knowledge is ultimately meant to know Krishna and surrendering one's life in Bhakti Yoga to the lotus feet of Krishna. That is the ultimate goal of life. You are the supreme refuge. Above the material modes or limitless form, the whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. So I wanted to see this, Arjuna is telling, and that I wanted to see this universal form to see how you are pervading this entire universe. That question is very well answered. And now I am convinced that the whole cosmic manifestation is indeed pervaded by you. Vayuryamognir Varuna Shashanka Prajapatistam Pratitamahascha Namo Namastestu Sahasra Kritva Punascha Bhuyo Pinamo Namaste. You are air and you are the supreme controller. You are fire, you are water, you are the moon. So whatever I see in this entire cosmic manifestation is you. What is the meaning of is you? Is manifestation of your energy. You are Brahma, the first living creature, and you are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times, and again and yet again. Namo Namaste, I offer you obeisances to Sahasra Kritva. Punascha, again I offer obeisances. Bhuyopi Namo Namaste, again I offer obeisances. So Arjuna is really trembling and Arjuna is amazed to see the supremacy of Krishna. So therefore Arjuna is offering obeisances again and again. Nama Purastad Atha Pithatastim Namastu Te Sarvata Eva Sarva Anantavirya Mita Vikramastam Sarvam Samapnoshi Tatoshi Sarva. Obeisances to you from the front, from the behind, and from all sides. Again, obeisances from the front, from behind, from all sides. O unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything. So now Arjuna is convinced that Krishna is all pervading, and everything, each and every particle of this universe is a manifestation of Krishna's energy. Everything is working properly due to energy of Krishna. The electrons, protons, and everything inside the atom, everything is working properly because of Kshirodukashayi Vishnu, one of the expansions of Krishna. If Krishna is not in, actually the word Vishnu means Vishate iti Vishnu. Vishnu is that personality who enters his own creation. So from Vishnu, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, Brahmaji is created. And even before that, from Kshirodokosai Vishnu, millions of universes are manifested. In each of this universe, from Karanodakosai Vishnu, billions of universes are manifested. And Karanodakosai Vishnu expands himself as Garbhodakosai Vishnu and enters into each of this universe. And from Garbhodakosai Vishnu, Brahmaji comes. And then Brahmaji creates the 14 planetary systems. Then Garbhodakosai Vishnu further expands into Kshirodakosai Vishnu and penetrates each and every atom of the universe. Therefore, everything is working because of Vishnu. And Arjuna is completely convinced about that. Now, in these verses 41, 42, these are very famous verses. Here, Arjuna is asking forgiveness from Krishna. Sakheti matva prasabham yaduktam he Krishna he Yadava he Sakheti ajanatama himanam tavedam maya pramadat pranayena vapi yacha bahasarthamasat kritoshi biharashayasana bhojaneshu ekothavapyachuta tat samaksham Tatshamaye tvamaham prameyam. So Arjuna is telling, thinking of you as my friend, Sakheti Matva, I have rashly addressed you, O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend. Sometimes I have addressed you like this, that you are an ordinary person, my friend, not knowing your glories. Please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times. Jesting as we relaxed, lay on the same bed, or sat or ate together, sometimes alone, privately. I'm cutting jokes with you, and sometimes in front of many friends. I have dishonored you, cut jokes on you. Oh, infallible one, please excuse me for all those offenses. So now Arjuna is afraid that, oh, I didn't know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the Vishwarupa. He is pervading the entire cosmic manifestation. So therefore, Arjuna is asking forgiveness. Ita shilokasya characharasya tamasya puyasya gurur gariyan na tvatsamosti abhyadika kutanyo lokatrayepi pratima prabhavam. You are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and the non-moving. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within the three worlds, O Lord of immeasurable power? Arjuna continues, Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prasadaye tvam ahamesha medyam Piteva putrasya sakheva sakhyu priya priya arhasideva shodum. You are the Supreme Lord, to be worshipped by every living being. Thus I fall down to offer you my respectful obeisances and ask your mercy. Again, Arjuna is offering obeisances. As a father tolerates the impudence of his son, very important. A friend, the impudence of a friend, and a husband, the familiarity of his wife. Please tolerate the wrongs I may have done to you. So Arjuna is very much ashamed of how he behaved with Krishna. Although there is no problem, Krishna actually wants this kind of behavior. Krishna is not fond of this formal behavior of Vaikuntha. Everyone is always glorifying. Krishna do not like that. Krishna is not liking that. So Krishna is fond of this informal behavior with his devotee, with Jashodama and Arjuna. So Krishna enjoyed. But by seeing the Vishwarup, now Arjuna is thinking that I misbehaved with Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. I should have honored. So therefore he is asking forgiveness and offering prayers and obeisances again and again. Adrishpurvam rishitosmi drishtva bhayena cha pravyathitam mano me tadeva me darshaya deva rupam prasida devesha jagannivasam. After seeing this universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened. but at the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. I'm glad to know that, oh, my friend is the Supreme Lord. If suddenly we come to know that one of my friend is actually a billionaire and I did not know about it, so we will be gladdened. So similarly, Arjuna is also very glad to discover that my friend Krishna is actually the Supreme Lord. But at the same time, by the display of the universal form, Arjuna is very, very disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead, O Lord of the Lords, who abode of the universe. So reveal again your normal form, the Sham Sundar form, which I am used to see. So come back to that form here. Then this is the last verse of this section. Kiritinam gadinam chakrahastam ichhami tvam drashtumaham tathaiva tenaiva rupena chaturbhujena sahasrabaho bhava vishwamurtim. O universal form, O thousand-armed Lord, thousand-armed in the form of the Vishwarupa. I wish to see you in your four-handed form with helmeted head and with club wheel, conch and lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form. So this universal form is thousand-armed form. Then there is a Vishnu form, which is four-handed form. And then Arjuna is used to see the two-handed form. So this thousand-armed form, Vishwarup, it is very fierce form. So then Arjuna is requesting, please come back to at least this four-handed form. That Vishnu form is also very, very soothing to see. And then finally, Krishna will come back to the Sham Sundar form, the two-handed form, where Krishna is playing the flute. So actually, Krishna showed all the three forms, thousand-armed Vishwarupa, four-armed Vishnu form, and two-armed Krishna form to Arjuna. This is the love of Krishna to Arjuna. There are very few chosen devotees to whom Krishna reveals this kind of different spiritual forms. In the Chaitanya Lila, in the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it will be evident there are very chosen personalities. Ramananda Rai, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and some of them. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested his form as a combination of Radha and Krishna in front of those devotees. So because Arjuna is also a very dear devotee of Krishna, so therefore Krishna is revealing all the three forms, the Vishwarupa, the four-handed Vishnu form, and also the two-handed Krishna form. Okay, so this ends the section called Arjuna's prayers. And now at the end of the 11th chapter, the glories of pure devotional service again will be discussed, and then we'll complete this chapter. So we'll take that section in the next class. Okay, any questions? You can take questions now. Okay, so then we'll continue this 11th chapter, and hopefully we'll complete the 11th chapter in the next class. Thank you all very much for attending this class. Hare Krishna.